Hello everyone. In this video I want to talk about 3 free things you can do to get well. I know that when you're sick with a chronic illness, it's hard to be able to afford things, especially because we're not able to really work at all. And if we are able to work, it's part-time or just enough to pay for groceries and stuff. But the main thing, I want to explain the things that have been working for me, and I want to share this knowledge with you guys. So the first thing that's really, really helping me is fasting. I started intermittent fasting back in April of 2021, and I'm about, it's the middle of May right now of 2021, and I notice a significant difference. I've lost over 10 pounds. Uh, I feel when I eat, I get really tired. So when I'm not eating, I'm giving the body at least 12 hours to 16 hours of not eating. And so my time window for not, for eating is actually from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. So, and then on days that I feel better, I'll fast until 4 o'clock, and I'll eat from 4 until 8 o'clock. The reason why you want to fast when you're sick is because your body needs the energy to repair itself. And so the processes of fasting creates a thing called autophagy, which is the body going in itself and looking for damaged cells, and it basically eats all the dead cells or damaged cells, like the bad mitochondria, the cells that produce energy. And it creates human growth hormone when you fast, and also it creates stem cells if you fast long enough. So there's so many benefits of fasting. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and it will help you lose weight if you're overweight or obese and you have a chronic illness. The reason why you want to lose weight is because if you're overweight, it creates inflammation. So fat around in your, like especially in your gut, if you've got belly fat, that creates inflammation, chronic inflammation, and that's bad for when you're trying to heal. So what you want to do is you want to lose, maybe about a pound a week, 2 pounds a week maximum. Nothing too fast. Don't lose weight faster than that. And that way you are slowly but surely. I know people will say, well, fasting puts stress on your body. Well, yes, it does, but it's a good stress. It's a good stressor to have. You need to activate autophagy to get rid of all the dead and bad cells that aren't producing energy for you. Like I said, in about a month and a half, I notice a huge difference. And the other two things I'll, help in this video I'll explain are helping a lot too. So basically, I just want to reiterate that fasting, intermittent fasting, will help you reduce, lose weight, which will help you get rid of some of the chronic inflammation, and your body will start repairing itself. And it knows what to do. It will go to the area that needs to be repaired first. And so, like I said, I recommend you're at least 16 hours minimum of fasting for this to work. The number 2 best thing that's free that you can do to heal yourself is to get outside and ground. What I mean by that is take your shoes off and put your feet on the wet grass. And what that does is your body has a positive charge. I bought myself a meter, and it's called a multimeter. You can see how many volts of electricity is in your body, and that's not good. So what you need to do is you need to go to put your feet on the ground, and as soon as you do that, your body's electricity goes to zero or almost zero. So what that does is it gets rid of anything that's creating inflammation, anything that's damaging your nervous system, because you're an electrical being. grounding has been amazing for me. I do it every morning for at least 30 minutes. You need it to do it for 30 minutes for it to work. It's better if the ground is wet, because wet ground is a conductor. It easily, between your feet and the ground, if it's wet, it's easy. The electrons can go into your feet more easily. This is completely free to do. It's so amazing. Like, I noticed a huge difference in how I feel. I actually started being able to jog around my backyard. I did 5 little mini laps where I just jogged. I've not been able to do that in 4 years without any ill effects. No, nothing coming back to hit me. So, and I've been stretching every morning outside, grounded, with my shirt off, with the sun on the skin, fresh air. You should do it 3 times a day for 30 minutes each. So I do it when I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I do it around 12 or 1 o'clock, and then I do it at sunset around 7 or 8 o'clock. And what that does is just resets your circadian rhythm. It helps you sleep. It makes you tired. Like, it's so relaxing. Like, if you've ever been to the beach and you're just relaxed, it's because you're grounding and you've got the electrons from the air, from the ocean air. If you go swimming, even better, because the water is then conducting electrons all the way up. If you're so in your body, wherever the electrons go, it heals. Negative electrons will get rid of pain, it will calm you down if you have anxiety or any kind of stress. It will repair things in your body for you. So if you have headaches or if you have insomnia, it will help those. I've been sleeping. I used to have terrible insomnia where I would only sleep 3 hours at most, and maybe 4 hours a night. I would wake up constantly, get up to pee, and I wouldn't be able to go back to sleep. Since I've been grounding, I go to bed around 8 or 9 o'clock every night. I'm because sleep is so important. It's another thing that's free, and it's one of the major things that you'll need to heal. If you're not sleeping, you're not healing. So with sleep, your body repairs itself, produces all the hormones it needs for the next day, cleans the brain, does all kinds of stuff when you sleep. So when you're grounding, what it does is it just makes you, there's something with the negative electrons that it just calms the system and gets you out of the fight or flight, which if you're stuck in, you can't heal. You need to be relaxed and peaceful. So, that's one of the major things that I've been doing, and and my skin on my feet is so much better. I used to have, like, my skin was peeling off on my feet, and I'd have dry skin and stuff. The skin on my feet looks amazing. I feel I had carpal tunnel, and that's went away. I used to have headaches, that's gone. And it's free. You don't have to do anything except put your feet on the grass. Now, don't do it if you're in an area where there's cell phone towers or electrical power grids. Move away if you're living next to those type of things. Don't put your feet on the ground if you have the power lines that are in the front of the house. Always do it in nature if you can. Do it in your backyard. Get a meter to determine where there's electricity around. A multimeter is good. So then the third and final thing that I recommend is to check your house for EMF. EMF is radiation from power lines, from Wi-Fi, electrical, anything that's electrical, anything that has a motor that you plug in creates EMF. So what I do every night is I turn off the breaker to my bedroom, and I've noticed a huge difference in my sleep quality. I'm dreaming vividly. I'm staying to sleep longer. I'm going back to sleep if I wake up. Um, I also sleep with a grounding mat, which I connected to a ground rod outside my window, connected um, with a wire that goes to my mat. I sleep amazing because of that as well. It's really, really healing. Your body needs it. It craves grounded. If you can ground yourself 24/7, do it. Turn off your Wi-Fi, convert it to Ethernet. So that's another thing that I've been doing is I use Ethernet internet now instead of Wi-Fi. I completely turned off the radio signals on my Wi-Fi router, so I no longer use Wi-Fi, and I unplug everything that I don't need plugged in, because if you plug in it's like an antenna for electricity. I turn off breakers to things I don't need and don't use in my house. When I need it, I turn it on. When I finish with it, I turn it off at the breaker in my garage. I got dirty electricity filters. They cost about $25. But dirty electricity is created by things inside your home and from the power company. Um, you, you don't put your dirty electricity radiates from the walls. So I got a dirty electricity meter, and I figured out everywhere in my house where there was dirty electricity. So I basically reduce the dirty electricity inside my home. I don't have EMF. Like, I have an EMF meter, a Trifeld meter is what I have, and I have like completely normal EMF within my home. If I turn on lights and I turn on breakers and I turn on Wi-Fi, the EMF is through the roof. The reason why EMF is bad is there's a book by Dr. Mercola I just finished reading. It's phenomenal. It tells you about all the all the problems with for health. If you have EMF around you, you cannot heal. So if you are if you're shielded from EMF, it will help you heal. And that's one. And again, it's free to do. You just turn off electricity. You just turn off things and make sure you don't expose yourself to EMF. If you have a smart meter, make sure you put a cover over your smart meter so you don't have radiation coming from the radio frequencies. All explained in Dr. Mercola's book. The other things about EMF, I basically there's I make sure that it's not near my kids, because they're more susceptible to EMF than we are, because their skull is thinner. I put my phone on airplane mode. I do not, and then when I need to make a call, I put it on speakerphone. I do not keep it next to my head. I use a tripod, so I'm not touching my phone. I use a stylus pen, so I don't have to touch the screen. I try to limit my phone usage from probably like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning until 3 or 4 p.m. and then I turn my phone off completely, and I stop using it. So limit the amount of access that you have to the internet, to the phone, to electronics, to TVs, to anything that can create EMF, because I turn off my AC during the day. I don't need it. I put it on at night when I go to sleep, air conditioning. That combined with grounding gets rid of EMF. So if you have EMF in your home, or if you live next to a cell tower or a huge power line, you can ground yourself and get rid of that, or sleep with a ground mat and you have 8 hours or 10 hours of sleep where you're completely grounded. You have to turn off the breakers to your bedroom, because it completely neutralizes as like 90% of all EMF, maybe even 99%. There's other things you can do to buy stuff for EMF protection, but again, if you're on a tight budget, these are the things that are free to do. If you have a little bit of a budget, get an EMF detector, get a multimeter, get a grounding mat for your house, for your bed, get a grounding mat for your feet when you're sitting on the couch. Go outside as much as possible, get fresh air. These are the things that you need to do to heal. And the other stuff I'm doing is I'm taking liposomal vitamin C, minimum 1 gram, 3 grams minimum. Usually depends on how I feel. Um, Liposomal B vitamins, liposomal NAD, liposomal multivitamin. The reason liposomal is just gets into the cells. Taking liposomal zeolite, that if you you need to detox the cell to get well. So I'm taking all those things in addition to everything that I'm doing. I am feeling great. I'm sleeping good. I'm able to do more stuff during the day. I feel like I'm on a trajectory upwards instead of just being stable. I want you guys to get well so much because I know what it feels like. This is my going into my 4th year with a chronic illness. I want it to be my last. Um, I am going to go to a place. I'm going to go on vacation and try and go to places where there's, especially during the summer, go where there's water, go to the ocean. And I want to go to the ocean every day and ground every day and swim in the ocean every single day with the sunlight in a tropical place. I feel like that would be the best way to heal. When you break your fast as well, I wanted to mention this. Break your fast with juicy fruits like oranges or lemon juice or lime juice or grapefruits or grapes. That's the best things to break your fast with. It cleans out your system. My wife makes celery juice for me. I take that in the afternoon. There's so many things you can do just to clean up your diet. Diet isn't as much as important if you're fasting, because if you're fasting, you're cleaning out all the junk in your system. Hopefully this video is helpful, guys. I'm just trying to think of everything possible to get you well. All this is free. Just common sense stuff that you never even thought about. Like, I didn't think about this, 3 or 4 years ago. Oh my God, like I was exposing myself to Wi-Fi constantly. I was exposing myself to electronics constantly. I was exposing myself to stress constantly. I have a peaceful home now. I live in peaceful quiet. You have to put yourself first in every situation while you're getting better. If that means trying to, create a routine, if you have kids where they go out with your significant other for a few hours a day so you can have peace and quiet, do it. Get help. Get your friends and family helping you. Get them to go get your groceries, or order online and have them delivered. There's so many things you can do to avoid the stress in your life. Just try to get as much help as possible. Do as little as possible. Focus on healing. Number one, that's your number one focus. That's your full-time job, is getting better. If you do that, you'll see progress within 1 month. I want to get better, not just for me, but for my kids, for my wife, I probably lost about $1 million or $2 million in earning power just by being sick, because I've been self-employed for years and years and years, but because of my illness, I've missed out on so much potential. And so you just have to realize that, don't worry about those things, but that's what you got to look forward to. There's things that can help you to get you motivated to do the things. So I want to make you aware of that. When you're fasting, by the way, don't be afraid of symptoms, because when you get symptoms, that's your body dealing with all the toxins in your system. So use extra zeolite when you have symptoms when you're fasting, because you'll be pulling toxins out of your system. when you're burning all the toxins are stored in your fat cells. So when you're burning fat, you're gonna expose yourself to toxins. Do it slowly. Like I said, a pound or two per week losing weight is fine. You'll get headaches, you'll feel tired, but then after a month you'll be completely fine. Do it every day if you're okay. Again, this is my experience. I'm not a doctor, so this is me giving you information about what I've done myself and what's working for me. If it doesn't work for you, stop. And if it makes you worse, stop. Don't do anything that hurts you. But grounding won't hurt you. It's completely natural. It's completely safe. It relaxes you. Getting rid of EMFs will not hurt you. It will help you. Fasting will help you in the long run, but in the beginning, you will be exposed to toxins and you'll be tired, and your body is going to be fixing itself. So you're not going to have as much energy to do the stuff to get you through. So maybe fast on days that you don't have anything to do. Stay in bed for hours while you're fasting so that you're not wasting energy. Only drink water. Maybe add some electrolytes to your water while you're fasting. That will help. Add some salt to your water. That will help. So hopefully this is a little bit longer than normal, but this video is 3 things minimum that you can do to get yourself better for free. And the more people that can help you, the better. The cleaner your diet, the better your sleep. Everything will help you in the long run. I have so much hope now because I feel the difference. I feel an upward trajectory. I know things are changing in the right direction. I'm able to do more. I'm able to talk more. I'm able to interact with people more. And when you're able to start going out to eat at a restaurant, or you're able to go, to the park or something, that's when you're doing better. So don't do anything until you start feeling like 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, because you don't want to overburden your body, because your body is fighting for you to get better. It is doing everything it can, but it needs sleep. It needs no EMF. It needs to be grounded. It needs sunlight. It needs fresh air. It needs fresh organic fruit without pesticides. Pesticides will damage your mitochondria. Fungicides will damage your mitochondria. It will just, so avoid things that aren't organic. Avoid foods that aren't organic, or that have restaurant foods that that make you feel sick. So don't eat crap, and you'll start noticing, if I avoid this, I feel better, and if I don't eat, I feel better. That's how it's a process of elimination. It took me almost 4 years since I got sick to become as wise and as well experienced as I am today. So I know how to control my illness. When I get symptoms, I know what to do. It just makes sense. Okay, so with more experience, you're better able to be your own doctor and understand what's happening and how to address it. Okay, share this video with your friends or family who are sick. If you like this video, let me know. Please share this video. It's really important that this message gets out to as many people as possible. And subscribe to my channel. Let me know that you enjoy this channel. Leave comments, and I'll be able to explain everything in more detail below. Again, guys, I really appreciate you. I want nothing more from you than to get better and get your life back. That's what I'm doing these videos for. I'm documenting my progress, and I want to share what's working with you guys, because I know your heart. I know how badly you want your life back. Trust me, I know how you feel. Well, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. This is critical information, guys. Really critical, and I really hope you implement it as soon as possible. Good luck, and let me know how you do. Okay? Thanks, guys.